A very good evening to you all. Thank you for joining us for the UBC News Tonight, the 8 o'clock edition, this 8th day of November 2025. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark, and Dorothy Namuyomba is on sign language. It's going to be a 30 minutes long bulletin, so let's give you the headlines and then get straight into the bulletin. In our top stories tonight, the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni promises to develop Bududa socio-economic infrastructure. And the NT candidate General Mugisha Muntu tips people of Agago and Padere districts on service delivery. 5 other suspects arrested in Bundubujo following intensified operations. And the 10th Korean Ambassador Taekwondo Championship and K-pop Festival has started. Once again, we now give you the news in detail. The Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces and also the President of Uganda, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has commissioned 498 officer cadets of Intake 19-2025 at the UPDF Basic Military Training School, Kaweweta, in Nakaseke District. The commissioned officers are 328 from Uganda, 100 from the Central African Republic, 40 from Somalia, 20 from Mali, and 10 from the Tanzania People's Defense Forces. These are the details.
Of the 498 newly commissioned officers, 100 were from the Central African Republic, 20 from Mali, 40 from Somalia, 10 from the Tanzania People's Defense Forces, and 328 from the UPDF. In his address, President Museveni congratulated the officer cadets upon successfully completing their course and joining what he described as an army of warriors and heroes.
And I'm glad that part of your training, you went along the Salim Saleh trek, where you covered 170. That is in memory of the operation against Namisindwa barracks, which took place on the 20th of February, 1985.
President Museveni held a collaboration between Uganda and other African nations in strengthening continental security.
It has been a pity that these African countries have been depending on Europeans building their armies. And it seems these people don't give them all the knowledge they need.
The president also congratulated UPDF for the successful operations against criminal elements in Kasese recently.
I want to congratulate CDF and UPDF, how recently they crushed those criminals who showed up in Kasese. And what is very interesting are small detachments which were alone, scattered. A small group of about 12 people I was briefed of detachments.
On his part, General Muhoz congratulated the commissioned officer cadets for completing the training and urged them to uphold discipline, resilience, and professionalism. He praised the UPDF's growing role in promoting peace and security across the African continent. He also gave an update on the security situation and the ongoing peaceful political campaigns in the country, commending security forces for vigilance and professionalism, cautioning candidates against provoking security forces, warning that security will not be compromised in the name of politics.
However, We must warn any candidate, presidential or otherwise, who continuously flout the Electoral Commission's guidelines and try to provoke security forces that we shall not stand for it. This indiscipline must stop.
General Muhoozi further briefed the gathering on a recent attempted attack on security installations in Bundibujo, Kasese, and Fort Portal on November 1st, 2025.
As the ancient Romans used to say, those who desire peace must prepare for war. For that reason, the security forces are instructed to always maintain constant vigilance and operational readiness. This is how a lot of people were saved on Saturday. Otherwise, it would have been quite a different outcome.
The commandant of Kaweweta Training School, Brigadier General Otong John Patrick, reminded the 498 officer cadets that the course trained them in military tactics, teamwork, resilience, and professionalism. Joseph Chigozigola for UBC.
And in more news, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has campaigned in Namisindwa district, promising more works in the health, education and infrastructure sectors as he seeks for another term in office. The Namisindwa rally marks the 51st campaign rally of the NRM candidate, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Hundreds of NRM supporters have gathered at Namisindwa Technical College in Namisindwa district to welcome the campaign trail of candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. As usual, second national vice chairperson NRM Anita Ntamong led the day's campaign task force in Namisindwa.
So we love you so much and we thank you for coming.
In Namisindwa, the president was accompanied by the first daughter Natasha Karukire. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is holding the NRM presidential flag for 2026-2031.
We resist any plans of the enemy that may take us back to misery. We refuse any negative forces designed to destroy our country.
To the people of Namisindwa, this meeting is a very important meeting. It is a meeting that sets agenda of NRM for the next 5 years.
To the president, Namisindwa district local leaders sought for his attention mainly on issues related to infrastructure, water and education.
We have our road from Kufu, Nambora, Namisindwa, Magale, Bumbo, Rwakaka Road. This is a very important road because it connects us to other parts of Kenya.
NRM Central Executive Committee members Anita Ntamong and Calvin Ichudu committed Namisindwa districts towards the protection of the gains.
Issue of the road. Those are, I think, the issues that I would like to echo that I believe would consolidate the gains in this region.
Your Excellency, we are here to celebrate the good things you've done for this country. It is only people who don't appreciate who cannot say it, but even a blind person can see what you've done for Uganda over the years.
To the people of Namisindwa, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has reminded them the pacification of Uganda wasn't an easy task.
It was not easy to bring peace to Uganda, but because we believe in unity, we don't believe in sectarianism, we have been able to create a party which unites the Ugandans, but also create institutions.
Namisindwa being one of the mountainous districts, mainly surrounded by Mount Elgon, President Museveni has campaigned promising more efforts towards infrastructure.
Now, that one is already funded now. That one, the one of Bududa. So therefore, that means we need two roads, that one and this one here. We are going to work on both. In the meantime, I've told the people of the Ministry of Works to maintain it as good maram.
For others like water, schools, health facilities and electricity, Museveni says more is coming.
Then to have one secondary school per sub-county. Now for the health, it is to have one health center, 3 per sub-county. I don't think you are hearing well. Let's wait for the rain to stop, then we can resume.
He later returned to address the loyal supporters.
Before the rain intervened, I had covered 2 wards.
However, the president reiterates that infrastructure cannot single-handedly bring about development and wealth.
And we are saying use the money we are sending you to get out of poverty. We shall continue sending that money. You can even increase it. We have already decided to add another 15 million for the leaders and also have a fund for the religious leaders.
Museveni has continued to call for a united voice supporting free education.
In the coming government, we will discuss the issue of government charges in government schools. Me, I support free education. Do you support it, you people?
Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Now, why should the people of Namisindwa district in the Bugisu sub-region of eastern Uganda vote the ruling NRM party back into national leadership? And what gains are there to be protected in this part of the country? These are some of the questions we sought answers to as President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni campaigned in Namisindwa district, as Henry Okrut reports.
The road you see us driving on is Mbali Ruakaka Highway. It is an over 40-kilometer stretch linking Uganda to Kenya through Ruakaka border. Lives have changed for travelers, traders, and other commuters.
Today we have over 1,000 trucks per day returning through Ruahara. It's a big boost of the local economy.
What now remains is elevating the Ruakaka border into a one-stop border post to increase international trade.
Like Busia, like Maraba, it will decongest most of the traffic in Maraba or even down in Busia.
It's not yet a one-stop border point, but with the trailers that come from different areas of the country, go through that border, and our people have gotten jobs. For example, clearing agents that clear the trucks back to Kenya.
These are some of the gains the NRM is seeking to protect as its presidential candidate, Yoweri Museveni, campaigns to secure another 5-year mandate.
For us as NRM, we are speaking to real voters and communicating real issues. We are not on shows, we are not on rhetorics, we are not on excitement. We are communicating the real hope for the future of Ugandans.
The reasons are just enormous for the people of Namisindwa to vote the NRM back into national leadership.
One of the things they're happy for are the skilling hubs, where the youth who have failed to go to school, those without tuition, are benefiting, and from there on, they're getting what to do.
So we see if Uganda is to move from a middle income status to a higher income country, we need to involve the young people because these make up the informal and formal sector of this country.
Protecting the gains remains the NRM campaign slogan. Henry Okrut, UBC.
The NRM presidential candidate, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has taken his campaign to Bududa district, located in the slopes of Mount Elgon during his visit to Bududa. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni committed to transform Uganda following the establishment of peace and stability, as well as the development of socio-economic infrastructure. Let's take a look.
On the slopes of Mount Elgon in the Bugisu sub-region of Bududa district, the National Resistance Movement presidential candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni conducted his campaign activities on Saturday. He was warmly received at Buchigai Primary School playground in Nangako Town Council by a large gathering of the supporters. In his campaign speech, President Museveni highlighted several achievements over the past 4 decades, including the development of roads, electricity, railways, as economic infrastructure. as well as schools and health facilities as social infrastructure, which he considers a solid foundation for transformation.
The first contribution in those miaka makumi gane is peace. And you people, you are the best witnesses on that. Now the second contribution is the development, including things like the roads, the electricity, the telephones, the water, the railway. This is part of the economic infrastructure. On the side of economic infrastructure, what has been done? The road has come from tarmac road has come from Mbale to bring it here, from Bududa to Namisindwa, the circular road, and Bududa. It has taken time, but now we have got money, we are going to do it now.
He expressed gratitude for being able to establish this economic and social infrastructure through strategic prioritization, and assured that further development such as the construction of Bududa Bubulo Circular Road remains on agenda.
Remember recently we were having a problem of teachers who are on strike because they want higher salaries now. If you don't give us money now, we strike. But Bazukuru, we have many issues we are dealing with. The Bududa don't have a road. Why don't we deal with the road of Bududa first and then we come back to you? Then they say, no, now. So that's how they divert us. So please, tell all the NRM members should stop too many things. Let's get the crucial things, do them first. They will help us do other things. For instance, in 2005, you remember we had a big problem of electricity because the parliament had delayed Bujagali. That time we were going to have a showdown. I was going to have a showdown with the parliament. So I said, now you must make priority the electricity and the roads. Because of that, we did more electricity. That's how we have got electricity here now.
President Museveni made this pledge following issue raised by the district chairperson and woman member of parliament, Agnes Nandutu.
Bududa continues to face key development gaps requiring your urgent attention. Tarmacking of Bududa Circular Road.
In Uganda, Bududa is one of the districts that has never seen tarmac road. And that is what we are demanding for. But we are not backing the vote on the road. We are going to vote for him such that he can make for us this road.
Road, you know very well that for us we are enclosed. So when you talk of a road, that road carries most of our things and our produce. So we think that this road is the best we have heard. In the past, they were telling us about this road. But this time, the president has assured us that they are going to construct the road. So we are excited, and why not?
He also emphasized the importance of distinguishing between development and wealth creation, urging the residents of Bududa to engage actively in wealth creation initiatives. Furthermore, President Museveni vowed to implement stringent policies against those obstructing access to free education if re-elected.
Now, finally, for today, I want to talk about free education. From a long time ago, I wanted to introduce free education in government schools. This is because the education we got in the 1960s, 50s was for paying. And people who had money are the ones who got education. But me, I wanted every child to go to school and study. I therefore introduced UPE in 1996. But some people have not implemented it the way I wanted. So that's why I decided to start a skilling hubs in different parts of Uganda and provide free education there. I don't know whether some of my graduates are here. So the rich people can take their children to private schools, but the children of the poor should not have their future ruined. So 5 words. 5 words. Peace, development, wealth, jobs, and free education in government schools.
The NRM campaign activities will pause on Sunday and resume on Monday, with the rallies planned in Mbale City and the Sebe sub-region district of Buikwe. Philip Aguta for UBC News in Bududa.
With Momo, you have the power to pay for shopping more easily using your phone. Dial *165*3# or scan to download Momo app and pay for anything. No hassling for change. And even better, if you run out of money while paying, you can simply add core with Momo Advance. That's Momo. That's the power to be more.
You see, I've been a painter for almost 4 decades, and I have found Global Paints to be very reliable. First, everyone knows we use Global Paint undercoat. Now, for the best results, I continue with Global Paints products. I go for Silk Vinyl when it comes to the interior. Then Global Matte for the ceiling, and when it comes to weatherproof, I go for Global Weather Coat Emulsion. With that one, the house will never peel. Now, there you have a sparkling, magical-looking house. And then the client is very happy. He recommends me to another person who recommends me to another person who recommended me to come and do the advert.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
Step into elegance, step into confidence, step into La Vie Boutique. Located at Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda. La Vie Boutique brings you high-class corporate and casual wear for men. From sharp designer suits and crisp shirts to stylish casual t-shirts, tracksuits, shoes and accessories, we've got everything to make you stand out. Call us on 0772 419 181 or 0705 555 558. La Vie Boutique, where class meets style.
UEDCL is offering a normalization window until the 31st of December 2025 for those who have illegally connected into power lines or tampered with power metering equipment. Register with UEDCL at www.uedcl.co.ug/wetereze to normalize your connection to avoid penalties or prosecution. Visit any UEDCL office in your area for assistance or call our toll-free numbers at 0800 203 088 or 0800 285 285 and 0800 385 385. Take advantage of this normalization window before the law catches up with you. UEDCL, lighting up your world.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
This is our home, our land, our Uganda. From the rolling hills to the busy streets, from the farmers in the fields to the students in classrooms, we are one people. Elections are a time to choose our leaders, not to fight our brothers and sisters. When violence enters the ballot box, the future of our country is wounded. But when peace leads the way, our nation grows stronger. On election day, choose unity over diversion, respect over hatred, and dialogue over distraction. Love your country, protect your fellow citizens, stand for peace, and say no to electoral violence. This message is brought to you by the Global Election Observation Mission, GEOM, in partnership with the Uganda Electoral Commission. Informed citizens, strong nation.
nateranga nyingiro n'abanafa ba MTN wanje MTN walalo MTN gamba ki to get the power to win njagala ofune elyanyi okuwangula ogenda kuwangula ota ngenda kubanga obukadde 10 buli wiki wanje ngenda kubanga kwasa obukadde 10 buli wiki ku simu ye nyinyi kyabonka kimu kyokka line ya MTN bana beka buli ogenda okusasula ekintu kyonna ogenda okusasula ntakwese momo obulira buli ogenda okusasula ngenda kyosasula kyonna kozesa momo oyinza okubanga ngenda kwewola kasente kozesa momo wanje ogenda kuinvestinga kozesa momo abwe MTN we jamani nekwa bukadde 10 buli wiki wala kastelio bimala bwe pala wentandika ngamba kyekiriwo wanje nenkwata ku masimu ngamba halo walirudawa tenze tirinyi halo walirudawa zende guru halo walirudawa ndi mutukula halo oliwa ndi mwanange ndi wano mu office ntode nyiga ma computer nenkuta awa namwe kasana benesi okuberanga mwana wote koze ebintu n'amanga epeyinze ebolowinze investinze ngekozesa momo. Remember to dial *165# or use the Momo app to borrow, to pay, to invest, and you could stand a chance to win 10 million weekly.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. In our business news, West Nile region is witnessing an agricultural transformation, changing from tobacco to rice production, a crop that's proving to be both a reliable source of food and income. The change is being driven by government to promote sustainable rice production, as these details share with us.
For decades, tobacco dominated the farmlands of West Nile. The iconic brick bands used for drying tobacco are now giving way to lush green rice fields, a sign of changing times and priorities. The 5-year partnership between Maif, Naro and JICA is helping farmers transition from traditional crops to sustainable rice production through the promotion of Sustainable Rice Development Project. Farmers are trained in modern rice production methods, from land preparation and planting to harvesting and post-harvest handling. Farmers who've gone through this training are recording higher yields and better incomes, reflecting the power of innovation and technology in improving livelihoods.
So since they cannot afford the irrigation processes, so at least here we tell them at least to begin preparing the land in June or May, then by July. Then that's when if they plant, early planting, July, and maybe if it latest, maybe first week of August, there you find the farmer will realize the yield.
Implemented by Naro, the project has partnered with Equator Seeds Limited to multiply high-yielding rice varieties suited to the West Nile climate.
So in open market, the varieties are mixed. Find there is a super, there is a Nerika 1, there is Nerika 10, there is Namose, there is Naro rice. So that's when now when in the field, it mature at different interval. So and even when you take for milling, you know the milling machine is set based on the millimeters of the rice. So if it is the one for Namose may be different for the one for super rice. So I think these are the things that also determine the general output of the rice.
It has also reached out to refugee and host communities in Yumbe and Madiokolo, helping them embrace rice farming for food security and livelihoods. Mary Namkose, UBC News.
The Uganda's Buyers Week runs November 25th to 28th, aiming to connect global buyers and local exporters. Over 100 suppliers are drawn from trade partner markets hosted by the Presidential Advisory Committee on Exports and Industrial Development. I had a chance to interact with stakeholders.
That link.
The Presidential Advisory Committee on Exports and Industrial Development is setting up to showcase 60 priority products to unlock contracts valued at $1 billion. Target markets include the Democratic Republic of Congo, Nigeria, South Africa, Serbia, Chicago in the USA, the United Kingdom and China, where PASAID has trade representatives and hubs.
This Buyers Week, the purpose of the buyers is really to show what a country can do when demand increases.
It is reported that Serbia alone houses 5 Uganda Connect hubs, giving international businesses a direct path to Ugandan goods. This effort leverages trade representatives and the establishment of hubs designed for face-to-face connections and business acceleration.
We are looking at Morocco, we are looking at Egypt, Botswana, Kenya, India, Russia, Turkey, UAE, Japan, and Greece. So all these we hope to be able to get presence with our trade representatives, but we also have what we call the Uganda Connect Trade Hubs. So for some of you who have been following us on social media, you appreciate what it means to have a hub in a market that has never heard about you, but is able to test your product and able to understand how to reach and buy your product.
November 25th opens with a meet and greet, followed by a conference on day 2 and a market-themed exhibition on November 27th. The conference will tackle non-tariff barriers under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement to speed up continental trade.
Our aim, we told them, is 1,000 SMEs that export. And those SMEs might have debts with banks. Those SMEs may have locked up their collateral elsewhere. But as long as they possess an export paper that says you can take this Ntangauzi and sell it in Congo, we don't mind.
Majority of the targeted buyers are African. Uganda hopes that these efforts will bust trade bottlenecks and cement its position in the continental export system. Wadulo Arnold for UBC Business. And that brings us to the end of our 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. Do allow us shift you to weekly business roundup. My name is Wadulo Arnold and Dorothy Namuyomba on sign language. And do remember, I am styled by La Vie Boutique on Grand Imperial, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda.